Welcome, everybody, here to the Sports Talk Network channel. Yes, I do talk sports and that sort of thing, pro wrestling in the last couple of days, and we'll continue tonight, tomorrow night, with my Raw review and SmackDown Live review. But today, here on Monday, August 21st of the year 2017, the solar total eclipse, already in Oregon. Right now, it's in west. No, it's heading over the Rockies, actually, around the Rocky Mountains. As I'm watching here on television. Here in Wisconsin, we're not in the path of totality. The path of totality coming from a little bit south of Portland, Oregon, and drawing a line through the United States all the way to South Carolina, I believe, or South Carolina area. There is that path of totality. If you're a little bit outside of that, you'll get, I think they said, 90% of the darkness. And here in Wisconsin, we're going to get 80 to 75% between there of the darkness here when it comes to the Badger State. It comes to the Midwest here shortly. But a beautiful thing. I know some people could care less, some people care more, sort of thing. I don't know, care a reasonable amount. I don't know. I am into science. I am a history buff in history terms, learning about things. I'm still actually doing research on JFK assassination stuff, going through all the rumored things and excuse me if I can talk to the other things. But point is, I'm into history. I'm also into science. Another reason I want to actually get a regular true camera beyond for actually having better quality videos for YouTube, but also for pictures. I am photogenic in that way, as in taking them rather than being taken picture of me, sort of. So me taking them of the other things. I have an act for that. But point being is, taking a picture of that, especially through the solar eclipse, would have been nice to been able to do that with the high-tech resolution camera that scientists and others are using, whether it's scientists or us, other people, regular people as well. But I just wanted to do a live stream of this, not just because I can, but I wanted to share my reaction. That's why it's called a live reaction here in the title of the video of the solar eclipse in my area. In Wisconsin here, right now, we have partly cloudy skies. Storms went through this morning, some rain showers. The sun is out, so it is a nice clear day as of right now, as it's going to be coming through our area. So that's good. I was worried that the storms would still be here and preside during as it goes through its path through the United States here in the total solar eclipse. So definitely interesting and entertaining to me. It's something that I'm not going to ever forget for a long time. Experience it. Even though, yes, in Wisconsin, we're not in the line of totality, as I talked about earlier. We're not going to get total darkness like those other places, like I said, in Oregon, in Illinois. I think there's like 20 states in the path of totality. 20 states, and specifically towns and areas in that path where they get the true effect of it, of actually being total darkness for about, they say, like 45 seconds to 2 minutes and 45 seconds, depending on the area in the line, in the path of totality. Again, if you're living outside of those a little bit, like San Francisco, Atlanta, I think they had, and others, 90% to 85% total darkness. And here in Wisconsin and the states in that outward bubble, and that line getting, again, like I said, 80 to 75% of the actual effect. But the mainstay, the big show, so to speak, is in that path of totality for people living in that area or trek to that area. I actually know a couple of people here from the Badger State, from actually my town, that traveled to Oregon, one traveled to Illinois. I know some representatives of our local news crews, stations, went to Oregon, and I have some friends that went to Illinois. It helps that I have other people that live there, but point being, that's where they were and are currently. So I'm not a scientist. Obviously, I'm spewing and saying what the professors are saying. So don't take my word as gospel. This is never was, no matter what I'm talking about. But I did want to read up on it, know more about it, as I have throughout the weeks leading up to today. As it's going through, I was going to play Total Eclipse of the Heart. I actually tweeted that out, and all four of my Twitter handles that I have at politics_WY, at WB_podcast, at talking_Packers, and at Army_strong_06, because I wanted to make sure that people know about it, and people that were able to, again, if you're working or school or, other things that are more important to you, especially a job, that aren't able to view it, and have the chance to at least be able to know about it, and to maybe even watch it through here or through others or through your local television, whatever. I know they're broadcasting live here. Actually, my grandfather's watching on television because he lives with me. I take care of him. I was in a volunteer home care service there. Grandson helping his grandfather, but he's watching the TV news of it. Again, like I said, the weather, I was worried about it because it was raining earlier. Nothing too serious, nothing severe or anything like that here in Wisconsin, but I was worried that was sustaining because it looked like there was another system coming through it. And if you know me personally, I'm big into the weather, as in watching it. When there's even a chance of simple showers, I'm on that radar like a bee to flowers, or or something like that. Bee to honey. I'm on that right away, checking the radar, watching it go through, doing the time lapse, this and that. Acting like I'm like I'm a meteorologist. When an amateur sleuth, an amateur meteorologist, when that's really all I am. But I really am into that stuff. Again, more than most and less than others. So again, yeah. So in that way, that's very interesting to me because I take that seriously. Even if there is only simple storms coming through, rain showers, I'm still glued to my weather radar online for the local, TV station website and the Sky One radar. So I do so obviously when there's severe threats, this and that. So point being is with weather and with stuff like this, I am always on top of it. And this being a fun thing, a good thing, a cool thing. Last time this happened was the year of 1979. They did actually show a little bit of the broadcast of Walter Cronkite when they opened with their broadcast here noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS for their live coverage of the solar total eclipse of the very year 2017. They said the next one is going to be, I believe they said, 2021. I can look that up, but as I was watching it, 2021, but very exciting, very interesting learning about it. My grandfather, like I said, who lives with me, was explaining to me last night during our dinner. Nice little dinner conversation talking about the last solar eclipse and his memory of it, and going through and sharing to me what this is and the science behind it and this and that. So my grandfather, even at 98, mind as sharp as a freaking tack. Pardon my language there, but as a gosh darn tack. Very smart. He remembers things and dates from when he was younger, and not just in general because there were big things that happened, like when he met his future wife or got his first job or this and that, but other things, either small, irrelevant things to most, that he remembers the exact date, time, sometimes the weather of that day or something, like even the little things that might have happened over 80 years ago in his life. So and I'm sure others have grandparents that are older, that are your mental capacity is still that strong. But again, this is not the video about it, but just point being is he was telling me last night about the science behind the solar eclipse. And as I was watching the news this afternoon, as they're still broadcasting live, excuse me, it's just amazing. Again, maybe I care too much, as in I care too much as from the normal people or from the people, citizens or whatever, beyond, the ones that do care, that are the scientists and do this for a job and living of caring. But I just do, and always am interested in learning more and wanting to learn more. Now, I'm not saying I'm wanting it, so the fact that to the point of being that it's a job, but I do respect those that do that. I do sometimes speak with some people that do talk about and research, and as today, using their professional cameras, taking pictures, getting what they need, their scientific evidence to learn more about the solar eclipse that they already themselves have learned. And I myself, as an amateur, in that way, learning from them, through them, and all during this time about the science of solar eclipse and actually how there are different types of eclipses, partial, total. I think there's a third one of the type of eclipses that do happen when the moon does come in front of the sun. Now, as they even said during the broadcast, again, obviously everything I'm taking is from, or saying here is from the other Lapis Gamer. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to like the video. Got your camera? Yeah, I don't have an actual camera. The only camera I could use if I actually put myself on camera here is this camera. Go Packers. But hi, everybody. But anyways, that's the only camera I have is here with the laptop. I don't have an actual camera with me yet. I gotta keep working a little bit more, save some money, and actually get a high-tech or somewhat high-tech camera. Would have been able to do that. So maybe I'll be ready for 2021. The next solar total eclipse happens. And maybe at that time, Wisconsin will be in the line of totality, the path of totality at that point. Again, the year 2021. So mark your calendars. I don't know if they said it's the exact date. I don't think so. I think they just said the year, being 2021. Maybe we can assume it's August. But either way, in the year 2021, that is when it's going to happen. Now, wouldn't it be interesting? For me, it would have been shits and giggles if a total solar eclipse happened. Or at least for me, it would be funny and interesting and entertaining and ironic if the solar total eclipse actually happened on Halloween, October 31st. I'm just saying. It just would have been cool and interesting and making it more eerie, so to speak. I mean, Halloween is Halloween. It's fun. And as a kid, it was great with trick-or-treating, as I enjoyed that as a child. But point being is my lower interest in that way would have been interesting to me if that was the case here in 2017 or in the future in 2021 and whatever year is going to be next after the year of 2021. And Lapis Gamer in the live chat saying that would scare me. Hey, I respect that. It might, again, for me, it would be interesting and put a smile on my face if that actually happened on October 31st, just because of how, as I said, ironic and interesting that would be of actually happening on Halloween Day. And if it happens around the same time as it's happening here today in the year 2017, in the late morning, early afternoon, depending on, local time in your area, then then you have that part of Halloween within the beginning of that part of the day, point being, and then in the evening, you have the regular Halloween stuff and having fun with kids, trick-or-treating. Me, I'm going to be an uncle in November, so in a couple of years in Halloween, probably Halloween 2020 or even 2021, when my nephew is old enough for my sister and my future brother-in-law deem him old enough to go trick-or-treating. That would be interesting for that to be the case. But no, I was just saying that would be kind of cool. I think I'm actually going to join my grandfather up there with the live, with the broadcasting on CBS. Thanks for those for the 2 likes. I do appreciate that. I'm actually going to share this live stream on Twitter. Well, for 2 reasons. Because I can, and I want people to know about what's going on. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have heard it, seen the news and this and that, but it doesn't hurt to let the masses know about something that can be for some once in a lifetime, once in their own generation. Either way, going to be a very interesting case. So I apologize for the silence and the hearing of me typing here, but I'm just sharing the link here on the Twitter, on my Twitter. Again, you can follow me personally at Army_strong_06. I don't know how many people are actually doing. I'm sure there are more than I thought, but I didn't know that. Are actually doing live streaming. Their live streams probably are better because they're actually on camera with actual camera equipment and this and that. But like I said, I have to work longer, or if I had a PO box address there, I can say that now. PO box address, and actually had my fans and subscribers maybe if they wanted to, out of the gracious goodness out of their hearts, send me these needed things to make my channel better and just be able to do things, that'd be greatly appreciated. But I'm not there yet. I'm getting close to 200 subscribers, but when I get to 1K, maybe then I can actually start asking for that. But even that, I feel weird asking that. Like, I know it's cool to get like, mail vlogs I see on some of my friends, like Danny Duncan, Whimsy Bell, and others that do daily vlogs. Jake Paul, I do watch his daily, but he doesn't have stuff like that, or doesn't do that stuff. He has just more funny, weird entertainment stuff on his channel. But point being is just hopefully that to be the case. Yeah. It's slowly going through, crossing here through the United States. I'm actually going to join up here, so we hear the TV. It is pretty loud because, my grandfather, hard of hearing.
Los Angeles, which you may recall in a star-turning movie La La Land. Right. Featured in the movie La La Land, now featured. We got about 70% of the sun eclipsed here today. Anthony, you were talking about some of those myths earlier.
It's amazing.
In China, they used to believe that a dragon was devouring the sun. The Vikings believed that it was a wolf in the sky that was chasing the sun. They get calls here every time there's an eclipse in the Griffith Observatory asking about, is it safe to have your babies outside?
The Griffith Observatory.
Developed in Mexico, where some people thought that babies may be born with a cleft palate if they were exposed to the eclipse.
Wow, look at little things there from other countries and cultures.
These guys all got to skip school today. You're in fifth grade. Christian, I know you're trying to shine here, but you wouldn't have been able to come out here if you didn't skip school. Yeah.
That would have been interesting. I didn't know that of other countries thinking of what the eclipse could mean or would ban or this and that. Especially that one with the wolf chasing the moon. That's an interesting belief. But hey, belief is belief. Respect everybody's thoughts on things. But certainly is to me once in a lifetime. Again, it's still slowly moving through, coming here to Wisconsin. But again, in your local area, if you're not able to actually see it, if you're not either in the path of totality or in any of those other ranges, as I said, beyond that, to get the eclipse, I think you can. I mean, it's less and less, but they're saying at least all of the United States getting some parts of the actual total solar eclipse or solar total eclipse. Pardon me. Here that's happening in 2017. Again, the next one being 2021, and it certainly would be interesting to have it happen on Halloween night, or Halloween day, but probably not. Probably be in August as well. Either way, it is once in a lifetime to see, and something that if you're able to you could look at it, whether you're watching it on the news or news broadcasting of it, as I technically am because of the iffy weather. I still might try to look outside here in my home, but for us here in Wisconsin, probably they're gonna take a break. 2,500 miles an hour as it comes through. Just a beautiful sight, and especially, I mean, I would have, talk about live reaction. How amazing it would be to actually be part of that. They're in the areas of path of totality, and it's just literally becoming night, right? Like that, and then it coming back, the sun coming back. That's almost as awe-inspiring and entertaining, at least to me, to see that as much as it was for the eclipse itself, or of the moon going over this, blocking the sun for that time. I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing. That's why it's hyped up the way it's hyped up by the news, by scientists, by others for a reason, because it is an amazing thing again, once in a lifetime for some, and for others, for me, likely, hopefully, to see it again when we get to 2021, and then obviously, the last one being 79. So that time between 79 to 2017 to 2021 is actually shorter. That's in length of time between. So if we use that kind of math, remember those problems in school? This because of this, and what would that mean this? What's the missing number sort of thing in the line of succession? So 79 to 2017, 2017 to 2021. After 2021, maybe it would be 2062. I'm just trying to guess, trying to think of how that. I mean, in the end, I don't obviously know. I'm just trying to guess and think. But we know for sure the next one being, and I was next solar total eclipse being in 2021, and the path. We'll find out when we get closer to that time what the actual path of totality will be for that solar total eclipse at that time. But I just, like I said, want to go live here for the time being, and for when I just come to Wisconsin here, as it's already in the United States, coming through. Already went through Oregon, over the Rocky Mountains, and coming through, and then the line for at least path totality, ending in South Carolina. Yeah. It's amazing how awesome this is. I did actually find a good picture that I am going to use as the thumbnail when this video is over and it goes to my channel. But thanks to those that are watching live. When it actually gets to the point that it is here in Wisconsin, I will actually put it on camera, or I will go on camera, quote unquote, here with the laptop. Again, I wish I had an actual camera, a better high resolution one to get better quality. But again, time will tell for that. But I was trying to show at least the sun, at least how it looks outside, and then how it actually is. See, like I could see it from my window here, my home where I'm sitting right now, and everything is going normal. But it'll be interesting how much we actually get to see. Again, we won't see as much here in my area as you do in those ones, like I've been keep saying, path of totality. They're on this track through the United States, the continental United States. So we might not get that amazing or whatever of a show because it's not going to be like that. But we will still get 80 to 75% darkness, and that still, to me, is going to be awesome and almost feeling life-changing or amazing to see that live, see that happening right before your eyes, and not just on television, which will still have the CBS broadcast, but beyond that. So if you are watching live, let me know where, if you want to. You don't have to share this, but welcome to let me know where you are in the United States. If you're, if you were planning to go see it, if you weren't, but I do thank you for stopping by here in the live stream here on this channel. Like I said, when I do see here on the news that it says it's getting closer to the Illinois area. Because Illinois, I think it's Central Illinois actually is in the path of totality. So that's the next place they're going to, as in broadcasting on the CBS station here in Wisconsin. They're going to for the national news. They were in Oregon, now they're going there. And to be quite honest, it is national news. I wonder if everybody's actually seeing this, the CBS national news. Yes, we do have local commercials, but I wonder if we have everybody watching the same thing. If they were watching on CBS or ABC, whatever your fancy is. Me, I don't know, I'm a CBS guy. I enjoy more CBS shows during the evenings, like during the weeks. Oh, good. That's kind of cool. Our local news station here. Oh, yeah, it's just amazing. Wow. Again, like I said, I might hear more than others, but I do. It's just, and here's just showing again of the broadcast is 79. The year 1979, to be more specific. Yeah, seeing that in Oregon, just watching how the moon's slowly going over the sun and getting to that partial eclipse, which is one of the other types of eclipses, and then total. Oh, it's been 99 years since it's went through the whole coast to coast. Interesting. 14 states, 70 miles wide. 14 states, 70 miles wide. Yeah, so technically here in Wisconsin, we're in that 80%, so you're close to that partial eclipse, but still, even though we're not in the path of totality, getting the full solar total eclipse.
This cloud is not wanted and it's timed itself all too well. All right, we're the first to Lonnie Quinn to give us an update on the Eclipse Day weather for right now. Lonnie, he's our weathercaster from WCBS TV, Channel 2 in New York. Lonnie?
Now the weather's looking good as you see through the United States. A little bit of
look at this. The yellow line shows the path of totality. 1,400 miles. The eclipse has traveled without even a cloud. Now we are getting into some spots that are proving to be a bit of a problem, right around the Kansas City, Missouri area.
Yeah, getting some clouds there.
Some rainfall is falling down. That white display, those are some pretty thick clouds that are going to make the view difficult in portions of the Midwest. And again, you just get your pesky cloud out of the way, you have a chance to do okay there in Carbondale. Now, you take a look at what's going to happen next.
Carbondale, Illinois.
700-mile run. Once it exits the St. Louis area, it's going to travel through pretty clear skies until
the science, the total eclipse
of South Carolina. Inland in South Carolina, you're going to do okay. But right along the coast with the sea breeze that is set up, you do have cloud cover out there.
I'm just looking up here about the science of the total eclipse. I know I already stated this, but I just wanted to find it verbatim.
It's not as likely to see that break apart because again,
Day turns into night for 2 minutes during the eclipse, visible in 70-mile range. 113 kilometers wide, 2,500 miles long, zone in the United States, drawing one of the largest audiences in human history because, like I said, as it went the last time such a spectacle unfolded from the Pacific to the Atlantic coast was in 1918. The last total eclipse seen anywhere in the United States at all took place, as I said, 1979. So it's been since 1918. My grandfather, who's 98, was born in 1919, the year after. So he wasn't even technically alive for the last time it went from coast to coast, from the Pacific to the Atlantic to the coast. That was back in 1918, the year before my grandfather was born. So maybe one of your grandparents was born technically or was alive technically in 1918. So technically they were one of the million Americans that got to experience it, even though I'm sure you might not remember it, back in the year of 1918. So that's the last time it technically had from coast to coast. The last time they had a total eclipse at all, or a total eclipse seen in the United States at all, took place in 1979. So that's where I'm learning things too. As they show here on the map, as they're already through here, Snake River Valley, Idaho, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Casper, Wyoming, 2 minutes, 26 seconds. in Carbondale, Illinois, here in the Midwest. It's going to be 2 minutes 42 seconds. They're in the line of totality that they're in. Again, for us, we probably get more so of a partial eclipse, but hey, it's still coming coast to coast. We're going to see something in Wisconsin, and on television, we get to see what those people are experiencing in and part of the line of totality coming through the United States, from Oregon all the way to South Carolina, where it ends, coming out of the United States. There, again, coast to coast, Pacific to the Atlantic, from Wisconsin, because of the weather and because of just how far away we are technically from the said line of totality. We'll be getting that 80 to 75% closer and close to a partial eclipse. I've seen the partial eclipse here, which is still going to be amazing to me. Just seeing that live here in person, when I look out my window and see that happening, and then seeing the sun come back, and holy crap, like that's interesting, cool. And then after that, and after I'm done with this live video, I'm going to finish up, let it process, put a picture with it, a thumbnail, and then we go outside, cut the grass. So I'm going to be outside, but it's just an amazing thing, and I didn't want to miss it. Again, if you're unable to see it, or you didn't want to, or care to, that's fine too. I respect that. Then I'm sure you're not even watching this video, period. But if you are at all, I thank you. Welcome to like the video. You can tell by how I'm talking about this, I'm pumped. Just like how I talk about how I care for my grandparents.
My goodness, I'm sorry. I'm so excited. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's hard to convey the excitement of the energy. There are 10,000 people on the prairie here at the Homestead National Monument of America, and the energy is just amazing.
And they've been here, a lot of them have been here since 6 o'clock this morning, and the atmosphere has been incredible. Everybody is happy, and it has just been amazing.
Wow.
That's just amazing.
Wow.
Okay, Nikki, let's bring you over to this side. Let's bring you over to this side. It looks like the moment of totality has passed us here. Yeah. Now, what should we be watching for in the moments after totality?
Moments after totality, you will start to see again the Bailey's bead. So we did see that diamond ring, and I got.
Type 2 diabetes can make you twice as likely to die from a cardiovascular event like a heart attack or stroke.
Yeah, it's just amazing. But again, they're in that area. Just want to share that for a little bit. The sound there with the local news station. Again, in the path of totality, seeing what they're seeing. But I just want to read a little bit of the news and the science behind it, because I want to make sure that I actually got my facts right from what I was learning from watching some broadcasts. But no, still a little bit away from it. It's happening here in the Badger State, or here in the Midwest. Again, on the news broadcast, will be going to Illinois, where they're in the line in the path of totality. But again, here in Wisconsin, getting that partial eclipse is actually, again, like I said, for me personally, it's gonna be awesome to see. And again, I was saying earlier, how excited I am and my passion when I was speaking about it there a little bit when I was running through the data and the news there, of the science behind it and the times of duration of the darkness that are going to be in those said cities and states that I referenced to, just because it is interesting to be in and entertaining and fun and just amazing, like once in a lifetime to see. And for those that did want to, or those that care about it and did plan to see it in your area, which you can in your area, hope you were able to do so and will be able to do so. For those on the coast, so from coast to coast, it's a beautiful thing. And again, if you're not interested, if you're less, then that's fine too. I was with everybody's opinion on that, but just for me, I certainly decided for sure. Lunch. My favorite school subject was math, just to say. Right now I'm watching CBS, our local, one of our locals here, along with the other ones here in the whole state, WSCW Owasso, which is an actual mid-central Wisconsin, then WVG, CBS in Green Bay, and CBS affiliates in Milwaukee and Rhineland areas as well, with their local live coverages that they had earlier, heading into this. But the national one taking over the national news, national CBS coverage, live coverage now of this total eclipse as it comes through the United States coast to coast, from the Pacific all the way to the Atlantic. It's a beautiful thing. It's a glorious thing for wrestling fans that know what that means. Glorious and fabulous thing that this is. Oh, it's true. It's staying true. Yes. I see you in here at the football stadium. Carbondale, Illinois. Yeah, Carbondale. On the show, that didn't really work. It's hard to show that when you can't even see it yourself or what you're showing. So I'll stop doing that. But I was going to show the live coverage that was on there. I apologize for doing that, but I wanted to show how it was being broadcast on television. But I'm sure, hopefully, you can hear it a little bit. But I might have to go back upstairs to come in here to the United States, or come in here to central Wisconsin, or to here in the state of Wisconsin at all, whether here in Green Bay or in central Wisconsin here. But either way. But how can?
We're going to kill the lights so you get a sense of, let's see if we can switch them off. As you've noticed, that you've been following this broadcast, we've turned off the lights for our reporters across the country so you can get the feel of what happens here. Things are starting to.
They're getting close to Illinois.
A rather large cloud that has centered itself right over where we are.
Sorry, I was just talking to my grandfather.
Our view of the sky. But,
I'm trying to see if I can see the sun outside here.
In the next 7-8 minutes, it decides to make an escape. We've got our glasses ready.
7 to 8 minutes here coming to the Midwest. Here outside, as I'm looking right now in my home. Yeah, now it's coming to the Midwest shortly.
Take your camera out, don't filters, take pictures. But as soon as you see the first sign of light on the other side, you put the filters back on. Right. The totality itself is probably safe to do with the unaided eye.
Yeah, so you can see the totality, like after it happens, after the eclipse as it happens, then you can take the glasses off for the short time, or like I said earlier, 2 minutes or 40 seconds, whatever time that be.
That you finally see when the wind blocks out the sun.
Oh yeah, the corona.
Outer atmosphere of the sun, superheated outer atmosphere. That's very visible. Like you say, producing the light of about a full moon. Yeah.
We're joining us
It
now.
is starting to get a little dark here, actually, in my neighborhood where I am here at home.
Compare this to a previous eclipse.
Well, one of the best science experiments.
Actually, right now here, as I can look up in the clouds here in the sun, there actually is a cloud there.
To test Einstein's theories. This is like 6 months after World War I. He takes an expedition off the coast of Africa. It's a 7-minute eclipse. It's raining.
We do have some clouds.
But eventually it breaks, and they see this total eclipse. And what they're able to do is.
On the back there, you'll see what the shape of the sun.
Come together under the same sky after the war.
Yeah, I know. I was explaining a different way to kind of be able to see through it.
When they can see the sun, the last bit of sun still peeking through. I think we're hoping still for our view of the eclipse, but I'm not sure we're going to get it, Bill Harwood.
It's going to be close. It's less impossible to tell where we're standing exactly where the sun is located with relation to that gas.
Yeah, there's a cloud. They're in Illinois and right around here in Wisconsin.
It looks at this point like the cloud is closing up a little bit, but it is starting to get dark here, and very seriously dark. And you can feel that around here. There are hundreds.
It's actually dark here.
Of people out here on the lawn, looking skyward, and behind us, over Bill's shoulder, is Saluki Stadium, where there are some 14,000 people who bought tickets to watch this. They are hoping to get their full money's worth here. The sky is trying to cooperate. I'm looking at Bill's app, which shows us we are almost at totality. It is a matter of minutes away. This is incredibly suspenseful, especially
here in Illinois.
Long way, Bill.
Yeah, I know people that did go to Illinois, just like I know people that went to Oregon.
Well, thousands of people here are rooting it out. Oh, you can see it. You can see it. There it is. It may not last long, but there it is. We're almost at totality. The sun.
Man, look at the cute girls behind us.
And the eclipse is. It's holding. I got it. We're going glasses on here, Bill Harwood. We're right on the edge of a total eclipse in Carbondale, Illinois. The last little bit of the sun is peeking out, but the cloud has cleared just far enough away so that the thousands of people here on the campus of Southern Illinois University are getting the show they came for. And it's quite a show.
Oh, it surely is. The fucking thin sliver of the sun. The moon moves in place in front of you.
Wow, that was amazing. As it comes through here, and
it's like the clouds decided to be a curtain and keep the whole audience here in suspense. And just at the last critical minute, decided to slide far enough away. So
if you really keep seeing this, the side's clear, you're going to see light flicker around the edge. It's called Bailey's Beads, where sunlight shines.
Oh, Bailey's Beads. I know I was hearing about that too.
On the limb of the moon, you see little concentrations of light right around the edge, and then at the very last, what they call the diamond ring effect. It works with a final flare of sunlight.
It was cool to see the total actually happening on television in Illinois, as I showed on camera here. But here, as in my home, outside, looking at the sun, look at we got close to partial eclipse, some darkness here. Seems like more so 60-70% here of darkness. But still, it's a beautiful thing to see with outside my window, and also seeing the total eclipse happening in Illinois.
Still there, we see it through the clouds now. Just a sliver of sunlight. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's still there.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. It's gone. The sun's gone here in Central.
So you got to be careful here.
Still see a sliver, right? Oh, this is too much. Well, make it there before that thick cloud comes out.
We've got one sort of thick cloud threatening to take the last of this away, but the eclipse has fought its way through that cloud, and we are still getting the show that we did.
Again, like I said, here.
What are we seeing now, Bill?
Just the very last vestiges of the sun as the moon moves in front. It's really, really close. Oh my goodness. Look at how dark it's getting all of a sudden, man.
Yeah, look how dark it's getting there in Illinois. Here, I got a little dark, but not.
It's a 360-degree sunset. You can see outside the edge of the sky.
And now it's coming back. Wow, that's beautiful here. Or there in Illinois, let alone even here. In Wisconsin, getting the partial eclipse.
And there's the color of the sky that you talked about.
60-70% darkness here. But it was beautiful. Again, seeing it outside my area and just watching on television there in Illinois. So those, on that path of totality, a beautiful view for them.
360-degree sunset.
We might get a chance here if the crowd moves it a little bit further.
We have, what is the total? 2 minutes and 38 seconds?
37.
37. We're taking one away. We will have a total eclipse here longer than almost anywhere else.
Yeah, the longest, that was kind of cool.
The
longest part of the solar eclipse is actually going to be here in the Midwest, 2 minutes and 37 seconds of the total eclipse, where you can actually see it with the naked eye. You can take those glasses off for that time, and then as the eclipse happens, as it already has, and then when it leaves, the sun comes back, put the glasses back on for those that have those protective eyewear for that as well. But still a beautiful thing. I enjoyed seeing it.
There's one big fat cloud in front of our.
But again, here for the Midwest, the win for the Midwest, we get to have or Illinois specifically on the path of totality, but the Midwest in general having the most time, longest time with either if you had the full partial or full total eclipse there in Illinois or in the surrounding states and surrounding areas here around there, Minnesota, Wisconsin, otherwise. As we have here in Wisconsin. Beautiful. It's like it's late evening there in Illinois.
I think we may get one last glimpse here. Just in time. It's amazing to hear the crowd's roar echo across the camera.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, I still growing there. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's beautiful. Simply amazing. Science. You see the pictures with northern lights, constellations of stars at night. I always like doing that, especially living in Wisconsin and some backwoods areas sometimes, or, at hunting shacks and whatever, where you have abundance amount of open skies and beautiful views in the evening of the stars. A week ago or two, I was at a friend's house, and I said this on my Facebook Messenger and Facebook that there was shooting stars or stuff like that, or stuff going on that evening, and I got to see that for the first time.
The return of the light and the applause. They got the show they came for.
But that was very cool. As it now here slowly is going to be leaving the Midwest.
Was with us before. He's back again. He's in St. Joseph, Missouri. Derek, what do you think?
Ours was a really spectacular event. It was the most dramatic solar eclipse I've ever seen because we had rain 15 minutes before totality, and none of us thought there was a chance. And then little breaks in the
almost here in Wisconsin.
Chance to catch the last seconds just before totality, and then more cloud cover, and then miraculously, right at totality, we had a clear open space where we could see through some very thin clouds. It was spectacular.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I get to see it. There's clouds all around the sun here in central Wisconsin. I got to see it right at quote-unquote totality or here partial.
How do people respond there, Derek?
It's awesome. I know I keep saying awesome, but it was awesome. It's beautiful.
Cheering for this, jumping up and down. Everybody was so excited, especially.
Again, maybe in 2021, I may have to save some money and go on a trip to one of the actual places in the path of totality. Maybe by then I'll actually have a professional camera and this and that, and I can actually maybe not be able to live stream. We'll see at that point in 2021, but at the very least, it'll be a created video and uploaded video on this channel in that year. Maybe by that time I'll have 1K subscribers or stuff like that and be able to do what I need to do it. The point being is I would travel to if maybe Illinois, maybe don't have to travel too far, or if I want to some other place. I probably would have picked Illinois because I would have researched it, found out, as they said here on the news, Illinois, they're in Carbondale, Illinois, and in Midwest here having the longest time with the total solar eclipse, 2 minutes and 37 minutes.
But it's still quite a spectacular thing to see, and it's something that you can actually look at.
And I would have been there in Illinois. I mean, I have cousins, my cousin and quote-unquote cousin-in-law, cousin's wife, that live in Chicago, Illinois. So it would have been could have been easy for me to go there, and I'm going to stay there with them for a day or two, heading into today. But in 2021, maybe I'll do that. Travel to Illinois, or wherever the actual path hotel is coming through in the Midwest, or the area that has gonna have the most or a good amount of that total solar eclipse. Get those awesome glasses to protect my eyes, so I would like to see for the rest of my life, and enjoy it from there. But that's pretty much it for the live stream on this channel and this stuff. I'm sorry I wasn't on camera the whole time, but I did want to be on camera when the solar total eclipse, I gotta say it correctly, the solar total eclipse happened in Carbondale, Illinois. So I want to show that on television, as you guys saw here when I was on camera for a short time. And I did see somewhat of a partial eclipse in the Badger State here in Wisconsin. So I think those that watched live, those that already gave it a thumbs up, if you're watching this archived, welcome to give it a thumbs up and respect the science and the awesomeness of this eclipse, and just respect the understanding of this channel. It's amazing. It was amazing. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun. Talk to your friends about it, what you saw. If you were in the line of totality, let me know. Again, in the comment section below, if you were in Oregon or Carbondale, Illinois. Again, I apologize if I butchered that name. But Carbondale, Illinois, or in South Carolina, as it will be moving forward. Right now in Nashville, Tennessee, it's happening. Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee, the home of WWE superstars Lana and Rusev, living in Nashville, Tennessee. SummerSlam, I think they're still in Brooklyn, New York, but if they were back home, if Lana and Rusev were in their native city, or no, where they live, it was America, but in Nashville, Tennessee, they'd be enjoying the solar eclipse right now, as I'm seeing here on national television, on CBS, news station leader. There, see, there's a little amplified of me there, and it being about this than even about a WWE storyline or WWE. It is like Christmas coming over. Like 2021, I'm telling you right now here, as people watching this live or otherwise is my witness, and obviously the Lord and Savior above me, my witness. In 2021, I'm going to try my best to plan a trip, go to, again, either Illinois or wherever in the path of totality, and view it live, actually have a camera at a time, yada yada, as I said, and be able to, if not live stream on that moment in that day, take pictures, create a video, because by that time, hopefully I'll learn editing skills and actually, creating an actual video like that, and have time lapses of pictures or actual slow, little bit of video, whatever I would do. Maybe by that time I actually might have a smartphone, so if I can't live stream, I'll have a video in that way. But either way, I hope in 2021 I'll actually be able to be in that path to totality, whether it actually is coming through here in Wisconsin and I can stay home, or somewhere else. Or you never know. In 2021, I might be working for a news organization as a broadcaster somewhere in a different state. But either way, I hope to be able to watch it in that way. But it's a beautiful thing. I'm going to keep watching here on CBS as it continues through the United States. Again, Nashville, Tennessee next up, as it's still doing that there. Again, thanks to all that watching live and archived. Again, let me know in the comment section below. Share pictures, share whatever you saw. Even share a link to a video if you want to share to me and others of your experience with this solar total eclipse, because sharing is caring, and I'm always one to check out other people's content, and I definitely will subscribe to your channel. If you do, share it, whether it's grainy or it's the best best visuals ever. It doesn't matter, as long as you're sharing something. As long as you're sharing something to the world on your own channel of this grand event, this once in a lifetime thing for those that do travel to see it in said areas in the path of totality. So, dudes, enjoy the rest of this Monday. For wrestling fans, we have Monday Night Raw tonight, and for everybody else, just have a fun, exciting evening and day. I'll be back tonight for my Monday Night Raw live review with the review of the show right after the show, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern on this channel. Above all else, as always, take care.